Hello, everyone. Today is Wednesday, July 2nd, 2025. This is your update for Thursday, the 3rd. All right, let's go. Well, as far as setups, let's stick with these for now. Boy, I tell you, I'm starting to get kind of excited. We're starting to see more and more setups finally, and the market is continuing, or the market has continued to improve. And we'll get to that in just one second. Okay, day overall in the portfolio, nothing to get too excited about, but at least it went in the right direction. Let's stick with the three, four that we had last night going into tomorrow. Again, we could see plenty more fairly soon. This one, of course, wait for an entry in all of them. Still a nice little TKO type of move. BTM looking pretty good, beginning to wake up. Make sure you wait for an entry. Watch just in case you have an opening gap reversal on that one, but it looks pretty good. It looks poised to take off. And VG is a cup and handle, also an IPO. It too, obviously, looks like it has potential. Some of the ones in here, let me just go through some of these real quick. Could probably use, like this one could probably use a little bit more pullback. That one looks okay. This one could use a little bit more pullback. It's a good look at stock, though. Nice persistent uptrend, so this might become an official setup fairly soon. A little on the thin side, but it looks okay for now. A little bit more pullback there would be nice. So anyway, some of the ones on here, here's another one that could pull back a little bit further to finish setting up kind of a double top knockout setup. So just getting some on the radar. The G&E doesn't need quite as much pullback as some of the other ones. In fact, it's on the cusp of deep enough. Anyway, let's take a look at the portfolio, and then we'll pop out to the overall market and drill down a little bit. I have a lot to talk about tonight, so bear with me. KGC up a smidge, better than the poking eye, I suppose. You know me, I sure likes to break out and not look back for a while, and of course bang out that IPT. A little bit of stabilization today, K-Toast, a little bit of a sell-off, but then it came back in black, so that's certainly a good thing there. Longer term, still an uptrend, still looks pretty good. TFPM remains in the Landry list because it remains set up. And by the way, one of you guys was asking me about getting in on, I think it was K-Toast, and you want to wait for the stock to set up again if you missed the original setup. So something like TFPM, if that interests you, it's once again set up. Let's take a look at the overall market again and drill down. And again, things are looking better and better, obviously. Take a look at the S&P 500. The P's ended up nearly 0.5%, but hey, you know what? That's enough to keep them at all-time highs. And so far, we're clearing this peak fairly significantly, so far at least. Anyway, the thing I was thinking about right before I went live here is the longer we stay at or near these new highs, the more FOMO is going to kick in. There's a lot of people that bailed, obviously, when the market began to slide because the world was coming to an end, and the world still might be coming to an end. But the market doesn't seem to care right now, and I think that's going to put more and more pressure on people. And I know it's a big if. It has to hang in there for a little while just to make people feel like they're pushed in. Take a look at the NASDAQ. Decent day there, too. Up nearly 1%. Close at all-time highs. Trend guy, I'm not going to argue with that. And take a look at the Rusty. Bam, winning up 1% in the third, pushing into that overhead supply. So far, so good there on its comeback. Finally, huh? Let's take a look at the semiconductors. Semiconductors are right at all-time highs, so that's certainly a good thing. You know me, I'm a big fan of all-time highs, so far, so good there. NVIDIA looking pretty good, too, bouncing back just shy of all-time highs. Gold, the commodity, up a little. It's in this consolidation. In longer term, let's put some moving averages in, specifically the 30 EMA. So it's back above the 30. Longer term still looks pretty good. You know me, I like to see some new highs sooner rather than later, but for the most part, still looking pretty good. Gold stocks looking even better. Just had one little day below that 30, and now we're back above. Again, I sure would like to see some new highs, though. Different areas are waking up, as I said last night, and more areas are waking up tonight. These clean energy ETFs are beginning to wake up a little. They have their work cut out for them, though. Lots and lots of overhead supply. I just thought I'd show you some of these things as they show up. TAN actually caught a bid today. You can see nice little breakout there. Again, tons and tons of overhead supply. So nothing to get excited about just yet, but we're getting there. Platinum, this is actually palladium. Platinum did well too. Palladium up nearly 5%. So maybe we'll see some setups in those stocks. If you take a look at metals and mining overall, they broke out to just shy. Nope, they actually made it. They actually closed at all-time highs today, so that's certainly a good thing there. Again, these areas continue to improved. Defense stabilizing, as you can see, nice longer-term uptrend remaining intact there. Banks continue to push higher, pushing it through this overhead supply, kind of wide and loose, but certainly improving as of late. Financials, kind of Flatsville, but they're just shy of all-time highs. So for the most part, continuing to hang in there. Silver, nice little rally, not too far from all-time highs. Platinum, that's what I was thinking about earlier. You can see up over 5% today, so maybe we'll see some setups in some of those stocks fairly soon. Cloud computing, up a little. Still has a little overhead supply. So all isn't great in the world, but for the most part, most areas are looking pretty good. Uranium looking pretty good too. Those rare earths looking good. So day by day, everything for the most part continues to improve. Even the transports are looking a little bit better, and they're starting to push into that overhead supply. So continue to look to get long. Of course, wait for entries and honor your stops. Same as it ever was, I suppose. Anyway, for good markets at least. Everybody have a fantastic night. I will be traveling, so tomorrow's service may not, Friday's service might publish a little late, and then I should be back on Sunday. But I will be checking in frequently. Everybody have a great night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks so much.